Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we start our lesson, we will begin with reciting surah. The first one will be Surah Al-Fatihah, Surah Taha ayat 1 hingga 5, Surah Al-Insyirah, Surah Al-Kafirun, and then Surah Al-Ikhlas by 3 times. After that, followed by selawat ke atas Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kita niatkan selawat kita ni untuk memenuhi perintah Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Kita niatkan selawat kita ni untuk memenuhi hak Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Kita niatkan selawat kita ni untuk mendapat syafaat Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam di akhirat kelak. Dan kita niatkan segala bacaan surah dan selawat kita ni untuk kedua orang tua, keluarga dan seluruh umat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Kemudian doa sebelum belajar, semoga dengan usaha ini akan membantu pelajar agar mudah memahami dan dibukakan hati para pelajar untuk mencintai ilmu. Okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إلا تذكرة لمن يخشى تنزيلا ممن خلق الأرض والسماوات العلى الرحمن على العرش استوى. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد 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 محمد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل 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 محمد
Doa sebelum belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma aftah alaina hikmataka wanshur alaina min hazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Ya Allah, bukakanlah ke atas kami hikmat-hikmat-Mu dan limpahilah ke atas kami khazanah rahmat-Mu. Wahai yang maha pemurah lagi maha penyayang.
Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ya Rabbku, lapangkanlah untukku dadaku dan mudahkanlah untukku urusanku dan lepaskanlah kekakuan dari lidahku, supaya mereka mengerti perkataanku.
Amin.
Amin, 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 ya Rabbal Alamin. In this session, we will discuss about frequency table with continuous data and also simple scatter diagram. Okay, so can you please get ready your notes, page 109 until 114, and your worksheet, page 77 until 80. First, let us discuss about frequency table with continuous data. Here will be the learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to collect and organize data. And second, construct frequency table for continuous data. Steps to success to achieve our LO. First, record data using Tally. You should know by now how to record data by using Tally. Second, represent data using frequency table. And last one, you need to know how to read inequality sign. Okay, this will be the inequality sign. So, what is actually frequency table? Frequency is the number of times each score or marks or item occurs. Okay, and frequency table is also called the frequency distribution table. It consists of 3 columns, and this frequency recorded in this frequency table. Okay, this is something that you already learned before. It's just that for this topic you need to familiar with the continuous data that involving the inequality sign. Okay. Now, example 1. The following list shows the fitness grades of 36 students. Represent the data using a frequency table. And here is the frequency table. And if you are not given the frequency table, you need to construct the frequency table by yourself. Okay. And here we have 3-column frequency table, and it not necessarily for you to construct the tally column for all the frequency table. Okay, you can do this if the question require you to put the 3-column frequency table. All right, now the first column will be for the items, second column will be for the tally, and last one for frequency. And frequency is always denoted with F. Okay, remember that one. Now I will give you 2 minutes to record all of the items here into this frequency table together with the tally. Okay, so 2 minutes from now. One minute left. Okay, now let us record all the items here, and the tips for you to not miss any of the items here, do it by row. Okay, do it row by row like this, horizontally, and you can do like this also vertically, column by column. It's up to you. Okay, so for A, we have A here, so record at the tally 1. We have another A here, record to the tally. And then here, record. Next, and then another A slash for 5. And then done. Is it? Yes. So the second one, B, record directly to the tally. Another B. So another B here. And then add one more after that, slash 5. Okay, so again we have B, record at B, another B, and then the last B. Alright, now move with C, directly record the C into this tally column. So another C, record another C, next C slash 5. Okay, so another C, another C, another C, another C, and slash for the final T. Okay, D, we have another D, yes, D, record directly to the tally, another D, and another D, and slash for the 5th D. Okay, and another D, and last D, right? Is it the last D? Yes. And move with E. So E, another E, another E, another E, slash for the fifth E, and last E. Okay, so once you record all the items to the tally, you can refer the tally to put the frequency. Okay, frequency here is number of students. All right. Now the first one, A is 5, B is 8, C is 10, D is 7, E is 6, and together it is 36. Example 2. The following list shows the prices in dollars of 24 books. Okay. And for part A, you need to represent the data in a group frequency table with class interval, this one. Okay. So, you should be able to read this inequality sign. And if you see here, this one, it means that the x will be greater than 10 and 10 will be excluded. All right, and this x must be less or equal to 20. All right, same goes to this one. Why here 20 is included? Because of this part, this one, this sign. Okay. And then here that means x must be greater than 20. 20 is not included. And here means x must be less or equal to 30. Therefore, 30 included in this interval. Okay, and 20 must be included in this interval and excluded. Excluded, not include in this interval. Okay, so by this explanation, you should be able to group this information, these items, into the correct intervals. Okay, I will give you 2 minutes to try. One minute left. Okay, now let's start with the first interval. X here must be starting from 11 until 20. Okay, so you look at the items given, so you need to record number from 11 until 20. Okay, so we look for row by row, and here we have 19, so record directly to the tally. And then we have 18, we have 12, we have 13, we have 20 slash 45, and that's it. All right. And next, the second class interval, x here must be from 21 until 30. Okay, so we have 23, we have 25, we have 30, we have 29, we have 25 slash 45, and then we have 26, we have 28, and last one we have 22. Alright, next, here the x must be from 31 until 40. So 33, then we have 36, we have 37, we have 40, we have 34 slash, we have 38, we have 32, and we have 34. Alright, the last class interval, x must be starting from 41 until 50. Okay, so the first one we have 45, and then we have 47, we have 41. Okay, so all the items already recorded, so write down the frequency. The first one will be 5, the second one will be 8, the third one will be 8, 3, and total together is 24. For part B, you need to find the percentage of books whose prices are higher than 30. Okay, give your answer to 3 significant figures. I will give you 2 minutes to try. One minute left. Okay, now for part B, you need to find out the percentage and higher than 30. Higher than 30, so it should be start from which interval? It should be start from this interval, 8. Okay, so 8 and 3 included. 8 and 3 included, and total will be 11 books. Alright, so you need to to give the answer in percentage, to find the percentage of books whose prices are higher than 30. So 11 books, solution, percentage of books, 11 out of 24 times 100, and your final answer should be 45.8%. Okay? Let's see, in which interval does the most expensive book lie? The question asks you about interval, so I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now the question asks you about intervals. So the most expensive book lie at this interval. Okay, X more than 40 and X less or equal to $50. Okay. Next, simple scatter diagram. Objectives. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to collect and organize data and construct simple scatter diagram. Okay. And second one, read and interpret the simple scatter diagram and make conclusion from it. Steps to success. First, know how to construct graph. The second one, construct line of best fit. And then identify 3 types of correlation. What is actually simple scatter diagram? Simple scatter diagram are used to represent and compare relationship or correlation between two sets of data. If there is a strong correlation, a line of best fit means line drawn as close as possible to all points. Okay, so if there is a strong correlation, a line of best fit can be drawn. Types of correlation. First, positive correlation. And correlation is positive when the values increase together. Both set of data, the values for both of the data increase together. Then we call it positive correlation. The next one is no correlation. When no correlation, the information disperses like this. Okay, disperse like this, and here we call it zero correlation. Okay, and then negative correlation, you can see here the points moving towards the left, okay. Correlation is negative when one value decrease as the other increase. Okay, one value decrease as the other increase. Example 3, the table shows the times taken and distances traveled by a dot driver in 10 journeys on one day. Okay, so here is the table and here is the graph. Alright, and then for part A, you need to draw the scatter diagram and pay attention to the information here. You need to put the times on the horizontal. Okay, so we construct the graph now. And the scales, don't forget to label. Okay, on the horizontal line will be times, minutes in minutes, and vertical distance in kilometer. And plot all the information given The first one is 10, 5.4, okay, and then 12, 5.9, 14, 6.6, 17, 8.8, 19, 8.5, 3, 1.6, 10, 5.2, 13, 6.7, 11, 6, and then 15, 7.3. Okay, so here will be the scatter diagram, and by doing this, by plotting all the data, you already answer part A. Okay, so we move to part B. For part B, draw a line of best fit on your diagram. Okay, so line of best fit is a line drawn as close as possible to all points. Okay, so how are we going to draw the line of best fit? Here, right? See? So here will be the line of best fit for this graph. Next, let's see. If a dot driver takes 9 minutes, how far in kilometers will you expect the journey to have been? Okay, so we look for 9 minutes and then it's somewhere here. So the answer is 4.8. Okay, the answer for C will be 4.8. Now we move to D. How long will you expect a journey of 5 kilometers to take? So look for 5 kilometers here and here. Okay, and the answer is 9.8 minutes. Example 4. The temperature of a cup of tea is recorded over time. The results are shown in the table below. Okay, so for part A, you need to draw a scatter diagram for the data above. Okay, and here you are given a complete label graph, so you just need to plot the point. Alright, and now let us start with 0 and 95. And now 0, 95. Okay, so here is 92, 94, 96, 98, and 100, right? So 95 is at the middle around here. And then 1, 89, and where is 1? 1 is, you can see here is 0 and here is 2, right? So 1 should be at the middle of these points, alright? So 1 is here and 89. So 89 will be somewhere here. Okay, here will be the 89. So 2, 81. Again, this one is to make sure you are not confused about the small square. Okay, and here it's about highlighting the small square. Okay, so here will be 82, 84, 86, 88, and 90. So for 2 we have 81, so around here. Okay, and then we move with 4, 76. So 76 is around here. And then 5, 72. And 5 will be at the middle of this point. Okay, and 5 is 72. 72 is here. Okay, 8, 55. So active 5 is here, and then 10:45 and 45 is here. So here will be the points of your scatter diagram. Okay, and then you draw a line as close as possible to all of the points. So I got this line, and this line is what we call as line of best fit. Okay, now for part B, describe the correlation between the time and the temperature of the cup of tea. Describe the correlation between the time and the temperature of the cup of tea. So you can choose, is it negative correlation, positive correlation, or zero correlations. So as you can see here, the line moving towards to the left. So this is negative correlation. Alright. And part C, describe the relationship shown in the scatter diagram. Okay. Now, when we talk about relationship, so you look at the graph here, you read the graph, and here is the temperature, and here is the minutes, right? And as you can see on this graph, the temperature decreasing once the minutes is increasing, right? And the answer will be this one. The temperature decreases as time increases. Okay, as simple as that. Whatever relevant answer, it will be accepted. Okay. Next, for part D, what is the estimate for the temperature of a cup of tea after 6 minutes? So look for 6 minutes, and the answer is 65. Okay. Then the last one, part E, explain why it might not be appropriate to use scatter diagram to best estimate the temperature of a cup of tea after 45 minutes. Okay, and here the question asks you why it is not appropriate to use this scatter diagram. Okay, and we know that scatter diagram is to compare to see the correlation between the two data. But in these questions, it said that scatter diagram is not appropriate. It's not appropriate to be the best estimate the temperature of a cup of tea after 45 minutes. Why? Okay, so the reason, it would be inappropriate to find an estimate for the temperature after 45 minutes, as 45 minutes is beyond the range of the data. Data here only up to 10 minutes. So it beyonds the data, the range of the data. That is number one. And secondly, it is because the temperature of the cup of tea will not continue to drop forever. After a certain amount of time, the cup of tea will reach room temperature and will stay at this temperature. Okay, so this could be before 45 minutes have elapsed. As a summary for all of this data analysis, the first we already learned in year 7 about pictogram, bar chart, pie chart, frequency table. Also we have learned in year 7 line graph. Okay, so by now for your year 8 we cover the frequency table with continuous data and also scatter diagram. Please make sure you know the difference of this data, and you should be able to answer these questions in exam. Okay, pictogram uses pictures or symbols to represent the collected data. Bar chart can be used to compare things between different groups or to track changes over time. Pie chart can be used to compare parts of a whole. They do not show changes over time. Frequency table helps in counting the frequency of occurrence of events. Line graphs are used to track changes over short and long period of time. And last one, scatter diagram that I just explained can be used to determine the relationship between two different things. So this will be the last part for our session. Don't forget to complete your notes and your worksheet. Thank you so much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Doa selepas belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma inni astaudi'uka ma 'allamtani fardudhu ilayya inda hajati ilaihi wala tansani ya rabbal alamin. Ya Allah, sesungguhnya aku menitipkan padamu ilmu-ilmu yang telah engkau ajarkan kepadaku, dan kembalikanlah kepadaku sewaktu aku memerlukannya kembali. Dan janganlah engkau lupakan aku kepada ilmu itu, wahai Tuhan yang memiliki semesta alam. Amin.